Hey guys, in this video let's work with SAS token to connect to Azure storage account from our C# code. So again, from our C# code we will generate SAS, that is shared access signature. And again guys, a quick recap. Shared access signature, it provides controlled access to a blob. So for example, we can provide only read access and only for 15 minutes. So again, it is controlled access. Then we will use this SAS URL to access this blob. Now guys, in this video we will generate SAS URL for a blob. So that means with that URL we can only access that specific blob only. And then in our next video we will generate SAS token for a container. That means for SAS generated at container level, we can access all the blobs within that container. Now basically what we want to do. So again guys, we are in the storage account in this container and we have this blob, that is car1.jpg. Let's click on it. Let's copy this URL and let's try to access this blob using this URL. And you see it says resource not found. So it's because we have defined private access level for this container, and hence when we are trying to access this blob, we need to provide something called token at the end of this URL, right? And now let's generate such URL with token from our C# code. And now let's go to the Visual Studio. So again guys, we are in Visual Studio and I have created this simple ASP.NET Core Web API project, that is Azure Storage SAS demo. Now under app settings, I have added this connection string for our Azure storage account. Then in program.cs file, we have added this line, that is builder.services.add singleton and blob service client. So that means we have configured blob service client to use it in our project. And again guys, this blob service client, it is created from this storage account connection string, that is which we configured in this app settings, right? And now let's work with SAS. So here under controllers, right click, I will say add controller, MVC controller empty, add, and here I will say SAS demo controller, let's say add. Now guys, we don't need this index method, so let's simply remove it. And I will add a new method. And now we have this API, that is SAS get blob SAS URL. Okay, and obviously the first thing, we have to inject this service client, that is blob service client, and let's do it. And now let's inject it using constructor injection. So right click, quick actions, generate constructor, and let's say okay. See, our container is this my container, and under that we have this blob, that is car1.jpg. So for this my container, we have to create blob container client which will represent this my container, and for this blob we have to create blob client which will represent this particular blob. And so here I will say blob container client is equal to blob service client dot get blob container client, and obviously we need to provide the container name. And similarly we created this blob client as well, which represents our blob, that is car1.jpg. And now important, we have to generate SAS token, right? So I will say where SAS builder is equal to new blob SAS builder, and to this we need to provide the required parameters, and these are blob name, and obviously our blob name, it will be car1.jpg. Then we need to provide container name, and it will be my container. And now guys, we need to provide the validity, that is till what time this token, SAS token, should be valid. So I will say expires on is equal to, I will say datetime dot add seconds. That means from now onwards it will be valid for 300 seconds. And finally I have to say resource is equal to what type of resource, so it will be blob, right? So let's say B. Okay guys, so we have added the validity, but then what type of permission, that is read or read write, and for that we can say SAS builder dot set permission blob permissions dot read. That means now this token, it will be valid for only 300 seconds with only read permission. Okay, and now let's actually generate that SAS URI. So I'll say where SAS URI is equal to, I will say blob client dot generate SAS URI, and to this let's provide this SAS builder. And now let's find the absolute URI for this blob. So I'll say where blob URI is equal to, say SAS URI dot absolute URI. And finally let's simply return this blob URI, and this blob URI, it will contain a path to access that blob, that is our car1.jpg, and a token will be already attached to this URI. So let's run our project. And guys, you can see our project is running and the debugger has been hit. So let's see what we have in this SAS URI variable. I'll say go next. So yes, we have got something and it looks like we have received that URI. Now I'll say continue. Great, so we have received the URI, and guys observe this. See, it says my container slash car1.jpg, and we also have the token as well. So now let's copy this URL and let's see if we can access that blob with this URL. So we'll enter, and yes, so we can access this blob with this SAS URL, and again we have generated it from our C# code dynamically. So that's it guys, and then in our next video we will generate this SAS token at a container level. Thanks for listening.